want to do. Answers to all these, by the way, because we're not going to get to all of these questions. How many did I give you? Too many, probably. I gave you 26 questions. All the answers are under the homework answers on Classroom, all right? All right, let's go. Question number one tomorrow is going to say, here's a graph, find the vertical asymptotes. All right, so if you guys go to question 19 in your review for me, please, so we can go over that. First question tomorrow, find the, what are the vertical asymptotes for this graph? You can use your graphing calculator tomorrow. I'm not going to right now because that's not how I taught it yesterday. But if you get desperate tomorrow, maybe not desperate, or if you get confused and worried, you can always type it in your calculator and see if you can find where the vertical or horizontals are. All right, here we go. A, find the vertical. Let's find the vertical first. This is our note from yesterday. The vertical asymptote is where the fraction is what? Undefined. So I got to figure out where 2 over x plus 3 is undefined. Got to know what undefined is, right? Where the denominator equals 0. All right, here we go. So give me an x value where the denominator equals 0. Let's start here, 13. Where's the denominator equal to 0? What value of x? -3. So tomorrow, though, I can't accept that because this is an actual line here. What do I need to put with it? This is a vertical line here. X equals -3. It's where the fraction's undefined. Again, hey, if you want to graph this, look at the graph right in your face and say, oh, here's where that vertical line is at -3. That's fine too. I don't care. All right, how do we find where the horizontal asymptote is? Got to remember those 3 rules, A, B, and C in your packet from yesterday. What's the highest exponent on top? 0, because there is none. What's the highest exponent on the bottom? 1. So if the denominator's got the bigger one, what's my horizontal asymptote every time? Good thing we're reviewing. If the denominator has the higher exponent, we always say the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. We say it's y equals 0. Anybody want to take a sniff at this graph, though? What's this telling me? Everything shifted down too, including the horizontal asymptote. So it's not y equals 0, it's y equals -2. Now, will I put a minus there tomorrow? Maybe not, probably not, but be aware of it. Okay? Know your rules. Know the rules. Denominator's bigger, y equals 0. Numerator's bigger, none exists. If they're the same, divide the numbers out in front. All right, next, domain and range. Hey, once we have these two, domain and range, we should be pumping those out now. Domain, x such that, what's the domain related to? Which asymptote? Vertical, so x cannot equal -3. Range, associated with the horizontal, y such that y cannot equal -2. I don't know why I put b there twice, but. And now y-intercept. A couple different ways we could get to it. Remember, it's always 0, something. You can use your table of values and see where the y value, where x equals 0. Or you can plug 0 into the graph for x. Either way. Okay? I don't care what you do tomorrow. Find a way to figure it out, though. Plug in 0 for x, or go to your table of values after typing it in your y equals screen. All right, so what's the other coordinate? 0, when you're ready here, 11?
-4, 3.
Yep. There you go. That's where it crosses the y-axis. Now look, I get it. Question 1 is only going to ask for vertical asymptote. Last question I think question 13, the last one, asks for all 5 of these bad boys. I'm not going to do it again, so. All right, so question 1, yes, look for vertical asymptotes. Question 13, the last one, find all 5. Find all 5. Anything? Okay, question 2. Take this fraction and simplify it. Go to number 24 in your packet. Go to number 24. If we're doing this right away, we're in trouble tomorrow. I haven't done a good job at all with you. You have to factor before you cross out. All right, here we go. Somebody factor the top for me before I cross out. What do you say here? 11 again. Factor the top.
X plus 1 and X minus 1.
Good job, Nick. X plus 1 minus 1. And how about the bottom? 9. No more 9. Yep. 15.
For the bottom one?
Yep.
I said, what is it? X plus 1 and X plus 2.
Yep, I like it. And I won't even ask anybody this. This is child's play, right? Cross off the X plus 1s. So my simplified answer will be X minus 1 over X plus 2. Whoa! It could be GCF tomorrow. Could be grouping. All right, don't just think, oh, this was easy. I'll just over. No. Any method of factoring applies tomorrow to this type of problem. Okay? Do not just think this matches the test. That's not how I roll. You know that. So it could be any method to get this done tomorrow. Anything you want to ask? All right, we got more topics. So there's question 2. Question 3 tomorrow. Adding fractions. So go to number 15. Go to 15. He said there was adding, but why is he giving us subtraction? It works the same way. What do you got to find first? Common denominator. Can you factor any of the denominators first? Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. Help me find a little CD action here. Common denominator. Anything in common? Oh, no, come on, right? They go together, right? The X, they go together. Good catch. So anything in common? No. Put them together. What's my common denominator then? X times X. There you go. There's your common denominator. Put those beasts together. Now what do you got to do?
Multiply the top.
Figure out what you got to multiply by, right? Figure out what your denominators are missing and multiply by it. So first denominator, 3 over X minus 1. What's it missing that I got to multiply by? 3? The first fraction, 3 over X minus 1. X, good job. It's got to get multiplied by an X. So 3X. What's the 2 have to get multiplied by? 7?
X minus 1.
X minus 1, but we're no traps tomorrow, right? No traps. Nobody's going to fall tomorrow. What do I mean here? Distribute the negative 2. Negative 2X plus 2. Bless you.
Thank you.
Combine your like terms. X plus 2 over. Anything to cross out? Or are we good? Okay, that's it. Everyone always overthinks the addition and subtraction ones. Always. Find a common denominator and multiply. You're done. All right, question 4 tomorrow deals with find a horizontal asymptote. We just went over those rules. Okay, so that's question 4. All right, question 5. Ooh, yeah, we need work on this. We haven't used this in a couple days. Go to 21 now. These fractional equations. It's the only time you're going to see an equal sign in the problem. Only time is when we're going to see this equal sign. Meaning, at the end of this problem, I should have x equals a number. Or numbers, maybe. All right, so anytime, this is the only time it's going to come up, an equal sign at the beginning. So that tells you at the end you need x equals a number. First thing I got to do, I'm going to multiply all 3 of these by something. What's that something? Whatever the common denominator is. All right, all 3 of these are about to get multiplied by the same thing, and that thing is the common denominator. I got x and 5x. Anything in common?
X.
An x, yeah? What's left over? What's still left over there? Yeah, there's your common denominator. So all three of those fractions right now get multiplied by 5x. 5x and even the darn 1. Everything. Show some respect. Now you tell me what cancels on each fraction. So first fraction, what's going to cancel? 4, what's going to cancel? Yes, and hey, remember when we were doing these? You always want to get rid of the what? All the denominators should split at the end. They should be gone. So what am I left with? 10. 5 times 2. No denominator. You canceled it. That's what you wanted. What cancels next? 13? 5x. Gone. The only thing left? 3.
5x over 1.
Oh, I wasn't calling that number 3, but go ahead, Dylan.
Oh,
You can do the
sorry.
next one. Yeah, it's all right. Nothing cancels, right?
Yeah.
So you're left with what?
5x.
Here you go. Good. This answer is not going to be the prettiest, but we can see if it's right. Divide by 5. X equals maybe. And we can check it. I want you to check it tomorrow. How do I check it? Store 13/5 into your calculator. Store it in for X. So type in 13/5 first. Store it in for X. Type in that entire left side of the equal sign. And hopefully when you hit enter, you see what number? The right side, 1. Yep. And since I did it last period, yep, we should be good. Yes, Jane.
Wait, I thought it was like 10x plus 3 equals 5x.
The X is canceled, right? So I was just left with 5 because the X's canceled each other out. Anything else? Yes, Aaron, go ahead.
Would it be wrong if we divided 13 by 5 and then gave you the decimal?
Depends what it is.
Okay.
Like if this thing's going on forever in your calculator,
Then just
clean
stick
it
with
up.
the fraction.
Yeah, stick with. If it's like 1.28, fine.
Okay.
All right. Yep. All right. I did this for last period, so I want to be fair. And you don't need the copy. I just want to see what's on your mind here. What would be your common denominator here for these 3? Well, let's take care of the 7 and the 14. Common denominator is the smallest number both go into. So what would it be for those? 14, right? And then I would still have to put what in the common denominator? Okay, so my common denominator would be 14x. Go ahead, Nick.
So for the common denominator,
Yep.
in the one that you did before this, it's 5x, and the 5 was left over. Does
Yep.
it matter if you put it on the left or the right because it was going to get multiplied into the common denominator anyways? Like
As long as like you're talking here,
yeah, like if that's how it was, like would it matter?
if you can handle that, that's fine.
Okay.
My OCD kicks in
Yeah.
and freaks me out a little bit, but if you, yeah, that's still the same thing. Okay. So everyone good here? How it's 14x? Because that might pop up tomorrow. So. All right, next question after the fractional one. Ooh, question 3. Look at question 3. I'm just exposing it to you so you don't freak out tomorrow when you see it. How do I factor something that's got 2 variables? It's like day 1 or day 2 we went over this. It's been a long unit. Whew, how do I factor that? Well, what do we always look for first?
GC.
Yep, all right, take a peek. Anything? I don't see any GCF. All right. Now I start thinking to myself, how many terms?
3.
Okay, 3. And what's the number out in front?
1.
Yeah. So don't overcomplicate this. Ready? 3 terms. Number out in front is 1. So I can play the multiplies to what in this case?
-12.
-12. Yeah. What? Give me numbers that multiply to -12, but add to what's the middle number?
1.
Nothing's there, but it's a what, Nick?
1.
A 1. Yeah. You can still do it. Don't freak out with the A's and the B's both there. Take your time. Oh, I can find 2 numbers that multiply to -12 but add to +1. All I want are the numbers right now. 9. Got any numbers tomorrow? 2.
4 -3.
Okay, +4. -3. We got our numbers situated. Look at the original problem. What's definitely got to go in the first 2 spots here? To get a squared, I got to have a and a. This is incorrect because I'm still missing what? The b variable. So think where the b should go. I need to get 12b squared. I already got a 12 here. How do I get b squared? What do I put with them? That's how I'm getting 12b squared. I already got a 12 there. Now that's how I'm getting the b squared. So you will see one tomorrow. I think it's instead of a's and b's, x's and y's. So 3, and it's 3 terms. Number out in front is 1. Go to question 12 now. The 7th question on the test will be when's a fraction undefined? Also, how I find a vertical asymptote. What's that mean to us? Anything? What's 0? Denominator. Look at the top, x squared minus 16. Some of you guys just want to eat that alive. Nobody cares, though, in this problem because it's only the denominator equal to 0. When is the denominator equal to 0? Nobody cares about the numerator. Don't even sniff it. Want to factor that? $13. Want a little help here? Multiplies the 12, adds to -4. Good job. So it looks like I get 2 answers. That'll make it undefined. X equals. What are my 2 answers here that make it undefined? 14.
-2, 6.
Good job. If you wanted to check it tomorrow, you could. Store it in your calculator, and hopefully when you plug this in your calculator here, the original problem, what it's going to give you back? Should give you an error if it's actually undefined. Should give you an error back if it's undefined. So 2 values. All right, this came, somebody just asked this on the quiz, dividing fractions. So go to number 11, right above. Ready to roll? 4x squared minus 100. Everyone's going to fall in the trap because you get all excited and then think it's 2x and 10, 2x and 10, but you're not following my rules. What's my number 1 rule when factoring?
GCF.
GCF. Look for a GCF, and this one does, doesn't it? What can you take out? You take out a 4 here and be left with x squared minus
25.
Oh, now we can talk, right? Now you can talk x squared minus 25. Now I'll put this on the line. 4 times what here?
X plus 5 and x minus 5.
Plus 5 minus 5. GCF, as tempting as it looks, GCF. And on the bottom, 11, two numbers that multiply to 6, one apart.
3 and 2.
Plus 3, minus 2. Division changes into multiplication. Remember to flip. Can somebody quickly factor 20 minus 4x? 16. What can you take out?
2.
Bigger. Greatest one.
4.
4, yep. And what do you, when you divide 4 by everything, what do you end up with?
5 plus x
5
minus x.
minus x. And here it is. Let's review. How many terms? 3. What's the number out in front?
2.
2. So you can't multiply to 10 and add to negative 9. Can't do that. Here's where we do. Ready? A times C. What's up, Nick?
In the formula, or isn't the 4?
Relax. Yeah, relax. This should be flipped. One job. And the part that fires me up about that is I did the same exact thing last period and caught myself before somebody called me out. But thank you. Back here, A times C is 20. So now you turn this into 4 terms, get 2 new middle terms that multiply to 20 and add to negative 9. Multiply to 20, add to negative 9. There's your 2 middle terms. Keep grinding. You got it. Multiply to 20, add to negative 9. Anything on your mind, 6?
Negative 5 and negative 4.
Yep, I don't care the order. So negative 5x, negative 4x. Now I can group. Now that you have an even amount of terms, you can group. First grouping, what do we want to take out of? Maybe you did it differently, but 6 again. What can I take out of this first grouping?
X.
Yep. What are you left with?
X squared minus 5. Or x minus 5.
Forgetting the number here.
2x.
2x minus 5. Remember our goal to grouping, everybody? You want to make sure you get a 2x minus 5 again. So what do I need to take out of the second parenthesis to do that? 9? Okay, I'll learn the hard way. 8?
Wait.
What do you want me to take out of this here?
Negative 2.
Yep, negative 2. It's got to be a negative 2 if I'm going to get positive 2x minus 5. All right, finish grouping here for me. Not done yet. One more step. 14. What can I take out of both?
It's just x minus 2 and 2x minus 5.
Yeah. And let's go back to our division problem here. X minus 2, 2x minus 5. Whew. All right, everything. I want everything crossed out. Anything you want. 14 again, Jared.
You could cross out x minus 2's.
Sure. More?
Oh,
I want everything.
since there's the 4's you can do.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You could also probably do the 5 minus x and x minus 5 because they're opposites. And that would be negative 1.
Great job. There you go. That's everything I can cross out. So now just take inventory, right? I got the negative up top. I got an x plus 5. I got a 2x minus 5. And I got an x plus 3. That's it. All good? All right, I'm going to start skipping around because we're starting to duplicate a little, but there's a second fractional equation on there tomorrow. So if you guys want to star number 14, go ahead and star number 14 for me. Something you might want to look at while you're studying on your own tonight. Multiplying fractions, 16. All right, star number 16. We just did that with the division. Factor and cross out, right? I do want to get to number 23.
Are there only going to be 12 problems tomorrow?
13. 13. Okay. Complex fractions. Got to work on the top and the bottom here, right? Remember how we did these? So I take the top. Let's work on the top here with me. What's the common denominator for the top two? X and x minus 3. There's nothing in common, so I put both of them in. What's the first fraction have to be multiplied by? The x over x minus 3. What's it missing that has to get multiplied by? 11? Yep. So I'm going to have what up top here?
X squared.
X squared. What's 4 over x have to get multiplied by? 4 over x. 6? X minus 3. Plus 4x minus 12. Everyone with me so far? Divided by, now we got to work on the bottom, unfortunately. This was one where you got to work on both of them. So here we go. What's the common denominator? There's only one, right? And that is 3 minus x. So what's that 1 have to get multiplied by then? Good. 3 minus x. Because that's what it has no denominator, so I got to multiply it by the common one. So I'm left with 3 minus x. What's the 1 get multiplied by?
3 minus x. Or nothing.
Should the 1 get multiplied by anything? This run right here. Should I multiply by anything? All right, it's 3 minus x, so it's just going to be minus 1. Let's clean everything up and see if we can cross anything out, because this is a division problem at the end. Can we factor that? X squared plus 4x minus 12? I think we can. What are my numbers?
Plus 6 minus 2.
Plus 6 minus 2. Division changes into multiplication. Flip. 3 minus x. And what do I got on the bottom here now? Negative x plus 2, right? Am I combining my like terms all right? Look good? What do you want to cross out? There's a little bit of tougher on the tougher side, this one. Not lying here. A little bit tougher.
3 minus x.
And
Yeah, x minus 3. And then
And?
1.
opposites.
Could you cross out the negative x plus 2 and x minus 2?
Can I?
Well, because wouldn't the negative x plus 2 be x minus 2? Because
What's the sign on this x? What about this one?
Negative.
The 2?
Negative. Positive.
So everything has opposite signs, don't they? So these two are also opposites because both have opposite signs. All right, what do you think left? What's left on top?
X plus 6.
Just, right? -1, -1. That's 1. So I'm left with the x plus 6 on top and on the bottom. X. Are we okay on why these are opposites here? All right there? Okay. And I think the only other thing was what I already told you. The last problem is domain range, find all 5. All right. The answer key again is up on Classroom under homework answers. There's a blank copy of what we just went over on Classroom 2 here. Nick.
I just have one question.
Yep.
The -1 in the last problem.
Yep.
It was the 3 minus x minus 1. Where did the minus 1 come from?
This one?
The one above it. The problem is right above. That one.
This?
Yeah.
Okay. My common denominator was 3 minus x, right? Which matched that common denominator. So I didn't have to multiply this by anything. But it was originally a minus, right? So minus 1.
Okay.
It's this right here. Because I didn't have to multiply it by anything. So I just put it in the numerator, right? All right, guys. Good luck to you. Show some